BlackRock had an investment in FTX.
$24 million in a fund of funds.
$24 million.
Yeah, it was in a it was not in the core part of our business.
Okay, so what do you think happened there? And then I
actually believe this technology is going to be very important. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities.
Unclear, I am not a financial advisor and nothing in this video should be considered financial advice. This is purely educational content meant to inform you about some of crypto's highest earning projects. If that sounds good,
so
hit those.
Look, there's a ton of noise around Bitcoin ETFs, right? Inflows, outflows.
Dominates the headlines.
Exactly. But for this deep dive, we're going to skip that. Right. We're looking at something potentially much bigger.
The infrastructure play.
Right. The hidden strategy. You've got BlackRock managing, what, $10 trillion?
$10 trillion, yeah.
Yeah.
A huge amount.
And they're not just, dipping a toe in with Bitcoin. They seem to be actively building something on the blockchain.
That's the core idea. Building the future of finance, piece by piece.
So our mission today is to unpack the proof, asset tokenization, and look at 5 specific altcoins that seem positioned for this institutional shift.
Chainlink, Avalanche, Ondo, XRP, and Solana.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
So asset tokenization, Larry Fink himself called it the next market revolution. What does that actually mean in simple terms?
It's essentially taking real-world things, bonds, stocks, real estate, you name it, and putting them onto a blockchain as a digital token. The why is pretty clear. It promises to make things faster, way more transparent, and critically cheaper to operate.
Faster, transparent, cheaper. That's the institutional pitch.
Definitely. And it's not just talk.
Right, because we have the BUIDL fund, the BlackRock USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund.
Exactly. That's the concrete example. It's a tokenized U.S. Treasury fund already up and running, managing billions.
On Ethereum.
And this fund, BUIDL, it's basically become the anchor. It's what's really driving institutional interest in these real-world assets, or RWAs. It makes it real.
Okay, so BUIDL is the anchor. How does Ondo Finance, Ondo, connect directly to that?
Okay, so Ondo made a really strategic move. Their main fund, OUSG, now invests primarily in BlackRock's BUIDL fund.
Oh, interesting. So they're like a gateway.
Pretty much. Ondo acts as this crucial bridge, or maybe an on-ramp. It takes BlackRock's institutional-only product and makes it accessible to the broader DeFi world.
Got it. So BODL is the core. Ondo connects it to DeFi. But moving trillions requires more than just a fund, right? You need the plumbing, the data feeds securely.
Absolutely. And that's where Chainlink, Link, comes into play. You can think of Link as the essential tamper-proof plumbing needed for this whole thing to work at scale.
Plumbing for data. How specifically for institutions, though? Isn't it just price feeds?
It's more specific here. For BIL and other institutional RWAs, you need a rock-solid, decentralized way to connect the off-chain world, the traditional finance data, with the on-chain smart contracts.
Okay.
Chainlink provides that. Specifically, it delivers the verifiable net asset value, the NAV, of the BUIDL fund onto the blockchain.
The NAV, that's crucial for compliance.
Exactly. It's a mandatory piece for legal accuracy and reporting. Without something like LNGS providing that trusted data bridge, institutional RWA growth it can't happen safely or compliantly at the scale they need.
Okay, so BODL is the asset, onto the bridge, link the data pipe. Now, where does all this live? That brings us to the layer 1 platforms, right? Solana, SOL, and Avalanche. AVAX.
Yeah, these are the big contenders vying to be the foundational layer, the blockchain, where these multi-trillion-dollar tokenized assets will actually operate.
What's the case for Solana?
Speed and cost. Solana is known for its massive transaction throughput and really low fees. So if institutions are focused on high-frequency RWA projects, things that need incredible efficiency.
Like rapid trading or settlement?
Precisely. Then Solana looks very appealing. Raw performance is its edge.
But hang on, does that raw performance maybe worry institutions? Less control compared to, say, the very controlled environment BUIDL represents?
That's a valid concern, and it leads directly to Avalanche, AVAX. Avalanche offers a different angle, focused more on control and customization.
Oh, so?
Through its subnets feature. Subnets basically let financial institutions spin up their own customizable private blockchains on top of Avalanche.
Private blockchains, so they get control.
Exactly. They get the control, the permissioning, the compliance features they absolutely need, while still benefiting from Avalanche's underlying security. Big players aren't going to just throw assets onto a public chain they don't govern. Subnets give them that necessary control.
Makes sense. Control for institutions is key. Okay, final piece. Payments and regulation. This feels like Ripple, XRP's territory.
Correct. The big institutional headache here is often cross-border payments, slow, expensive, and regulatory clarity is paramount.
And Ripple had that partial win against the SEC.
That was significant. It removed a major cloud of regulatory risk, at least in the US, which is a huge deal for cautious institutions.
So that clarity makes XRP attractive.
Yes, it positions XRP as a potentially compliant option for institutions looking for fast, cheap global digital settlement. It directly tackles that cross-border payment pain point.
You know, that regulatory clarity, arguably, that's almost more valuable than any tech spec right now. It clears a path.
It removes a massive roadblock, yeah.
So let's synthesize. BlackRock isn't just investing. They're a builder, centered on BUIDL. This validates Ondo as a bridge and Link as the essential data feed. And then you have SOL and AVX competing as platforms, while XRP offers a potential solution for regulated payments.
That sums it up nicely. It's an interconnected ecosystem they seem to be fostering.
Right. Which leads to a final thought for you listening.
Given BlackRock's clear focus on compliance and scale with BUIDL, what do you think comes next? As they look beyond treasuries, what infrastructure need will they prioritize most heavily? Is it pure speed? Is it that verifiable data integrity? Or is it locking down even more regulatory certainty? Something to think about.